Hello, welcome back to another video on my channel. Today, this is now my, Long Beach post Long Beach video. As you realize, I put two different videos up, from my attending, or my attending of the 50th Acura Grand Prix of Long Beach. I put one for Saturday and Sunday, and the reason is, for Saturday, I had to edit down like a 77-minute video to almost about 50 minutes. So, and I was like, if I put all two of them together, it wouldn't work. And so I was like, you know what, I'm just going to upload Saturday and then Sunday. Make it a little easier. Also clear up my storage as well. But anyways, enough of me rambling. So yeah, today is Tuesday. And this is about a couple days after the wrap up of the Long Beach event, and I have all this stuff here. I have my 3-day general admission ticket, which looks really cool. I have my fan guide. I have the new pin on my Long Beach thing, and one of the really cool items that they released that I really needed to pick up once I saw about it is this. For the first time in over 50 years of this event taking place, we now have a programmed diecast. Now, of course, for NASCAR, this is not a new thing. Like every single event, I think they would have, well, not since the beginning, but for many, many years, they've had a diecast that has the event logo on it and the year. But this is a first for IndyCar that I can think of at the top of my head. And this one is really, really special, really, really cool. And yes, this is a diecast, an official IndyCar diecast by IXO model cars. Now, previously, IndyCar had the license, or I should say, Greenlight had the license to make IndyCar diecasts, but unfortunately, you can never really find them in stores. You can only buy them online, or if you're at an IndyCar event, you could buy them from, like, say, their official store or from Gutswear. But this one is really cool because not only is it a new company, we finally have the return of the road course configuration, road course / street course wings. Greenlight for many, many years have had their diecast made with the oval package, which, I mean, looks really cool and it feels nice, and the detail was really good as well. But unfortunately, they just never made winged models for 164, I should say. I believe the last company to do that was when Hot Wheels had the licensing back in like 2011. I believe that was the last time we saw road course wings on an IndyCar diecast. So this is just refreshing to see, and hopefully we get more of these. And can we please get IndyCars back in stores? Like, I would love to pick these up at stores. But anyways, this is actually the first model made by IXO Models, and they chose a really good one because, of course, this is for the Acura Grand Prix of Long Beach, the 50th running of the greatest race in the world, I'll say. And the model itself just looks amazing. We'll take a look at it, and it comes with its own collector box, which is really cool. So if you want to rip it out of the box, you got a little box with it as well. So yeah, IndyCar officially licensed with the hologram, along with the LAR on Firestone. This cost me $20. Of course, officially at the merchandise shops that they have around the circuit. So you could buy this if you were at the event. You could have bought it, or even the 118 model, which of course I would love to, but that's expensive. But you can also go to gplbmerch.com, and right now they're not in stock because they're moving all the inventory from the event to the online. And I would imagine they're still going to have this car in stock because I saw hundreds of them. So if you missed out on it, hopefully they will restock it soon. But of course, for myself and many others who went to the event, of course we got the first batch essentially. So enough of me talking. Let's just get to the diecast now. I really did not feel like opening it because it looks nice already, but I really want to take a closer look at it, especially since it was kind of pricey, but whatever. So I'll do it off camera because that's how I usually cut my stuff. So like I said, I had to cut it nicely because I don't really expect this thing to get rare, but probably shoot up in value, even though I like to open up my stuff. I just want to show you all how it looks. And coming into this, I feel like it is going to explode in price because it is a special event car, 50th anniversary, that holds a lot of value. But I don't care about the value, I just care about if the car looks cool. Because to me, a car can look cool and could be expensive or not so expensive, or a car could be super expensive but not look great. That's all that matters to me. So there it is, out of its box. Zooming in on here, and we're gonna take a closer look at the box in a second. We'll take out the car. Oh wow, it's lighter. It's actually lighter than I thought. Well, you know what? We'll just continue on. Let's just continue on here before I complain, because it is a really cool looking car. We'll compare it to a green light soon. I do have a couple here. Well, I was just using the Pato Award one here. So let's do a little spinny around on this thing. And first glance, when I first held it, pretty light, even though it says metal diecast car. So I don't know about that. Yeah, like I said, feels lighter than the green light, but the detail is really nice. Even though it is pretty light, I mean, I know Indy cars are always pretty light, but like still, this I'm very happy that we now have road course wings in 1/64 scale. Because you know, Indy cars run about maybe 75% of the time with the road course / street course wings, and sometimes the short ovals that look almost exactly the same. The oval wings, I don't think they use them very often. Not that I think of at the top of my head. Of course, the Indy 500, Texas, even though that's not on the schedule anymore. The Texas Motor Speedway, I should say. But yeah, this, like I said, this is the first look at the IXO models 1/64 scale IndyCar, with the road course package and such, the wings and everything. And it definitely has more details than the green lights had. In terms of the molding, take a closer look at it. Like I said, very, very light. It's metal. The bottom is, I actually can't even tell. I think it's plastic. That's probably not going to be liked very much. That's plastic, but whatever. Or is it metal? I can't tell. So yeah, the front wings, metal. Rear wing, metal. Everything's metal. The aero screen looks proper here. Yeah, this is really nice. The 50 1975 to 2025 Acura Grand Prix of Long Beach, April 11th to 13th. It just looks nice. The color scheme matches, of course, the theming for this year. 50 years of full speed. That's written on the wing. The NTT IndyCar Series logo, Delara, the number 50. And the 50 in Acura Grand Prix of Long Beach on the rear wing. This is really nice. From one side it's like blue and red, and then the other side it's blue and then red right here. So it's a little inverted. Looks really nice. The suspension bits, it just looks nice. It looks like an upgraded green light. Yeah, we've been waiting for that view a long while, huh? Road course 1/64 Indy cars, especially the modern ones. Because I think only, yeah, like I said, green light only did them for the 118. And they do look cool, even though I don't own one. They do look cool, but it's just, you know, I want a 1/64. I want to, like, do this. Like, if someone's doing a stop motion of, like, a street circuit or road course, like, this doesn't look right. Like, it should have more aerodynamics than that. It should be looking like this. Now, hopefully there will be more coming soon. I know there is a bunch of them in pre-order, but this is, like I said, the first one that's come out today. Or right now, I should say. It has not come out. And look at that. We got rear view mirrors. Something that has been missing. We got some detail on, I guess, I don't even know what you call these, the little box in front. Yeah, they captured more or less they captured a lot of the details that are found in the modern day Delara IR18. The onboard camera, and before I forget, there's a number 50 on there on the roll hoop, and the roll hoop is actually open, something that the green light couldn't do. And the onboard camera looks more accurate. I'm really happy, even though it's very light, and you probably wouldn't be super happy that it's not fully heavy. But this looks amazing. The tires, man. Like, green lights would always use like the same size tire, which doesn't look bad, but it does not look as good as this. I believe this looks like the Hot Wheels Indy cars that I have. Let me see. I have a couple here on hand too. Like, look at that. They would have different size tires and widths. And look, unlike the green lights, you can actually see the Firestone all the way. You can see the Firestone not only here, but also behind it. Just like the Hot Wheels, I'm telling you. Like, if you had to compare the weights, I think they weigh about as much as the Hot Wheels. What I'm seeing right now. So, I don't know if this is going to be super fragile. It says that it's for ages 14 and up, I believe. On the box, I can't really see it. Yeah, ages 14 and up. So, if you're going to give this to a little kid, just beware because it could break. Which is probably why Greenlight really just used this, because kids would be playing with this one. Even though it's not really a kid's toy still, but yeah. So if you're going to have this, just be careful with it. I'm not saying it's super fragile. I'm just saying you got to be careful with the road course wings, because they do feel like they could snap off. It's only being held up by a little rivet, and these are actually screwed on. Look, that's just exactly like the Hot Wheels cars, man. That is awesome. I'm telling you, we IndyCar fans have been waiting for road course wings back on Diecast 1/64 scale, and this IXO models have kicked it out of the park, in my opinion. Amazing. And just to have a program diecast, even though it doesn't come with a program, it's nice to have a diecast of the event that you attended. It's always just like a nice little piece to have. Hopefully they'd start doing this for every single track, and hopefully every single year at Long Beach and also other venues. But yeah, because if they start doing that, I'm gonna have to spend $20 every single year just to buy them, because along with the pin, that, like I said, it's become a yearly tradition at this point, I'll have to start doing that with the diecast. So that is really cool. Before we continue, take a look at the collector's box. Now the design is a little strange because it is the Long Beach theme, but it is missing the sponsors on these historic Indy cars. Like here, Al Unser Jr. Oh my God, what was his name? He was the first Long Beach winner. Brian Redman, there it is. Brian Redman, Formula 5000 winner. Mario Andretti, Formula 1 winner. Look, they're just missing their sponsors and numbers, which is a little strange, but I guess they don't want to pay the licensing for that, I would imagine. 50th Acura Grand Prix of Long Beach. Great event. If you've never had the chance to go to Long Beach, amazing. I definitely recommend you to go. It's basically our equivalent of the Monaco Grand Prix here in the US, but actually you can actually pass in this circuit. So, yeah, this is an amazing piece of diecast. Even though, like I said, some people wouldn't be happy about how light the diecast really is, it's nice. I recommend you, if you haven't picked it up, to hopefully wait and hopefully haven't sold out on the official website. But yeah, it has been the review of the 50th anniversary Acura Grand Prix of Long Beach diecast made by IXO Models. The first road course wing IndyCar diecast we've had in a while. So if you liked it, please give it a like, subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Peace.